there is a lot of controversy about the scoring in this Canelo Alvarez Miguel Cotto fight. There's no question about it. The judges had it extremely wide for Canelo Alvarez, and looking at the comments section of my post-fight video, there's a fair amount of people who concur with the judges' scorecards and the HBO scorecards, namely Harold Lederman's scorecard. But there's also a hell of a lot of people, and I think, again, judging by the comment section on my post-fight video, the majority of people seem to feel that the scorecards were way off. I've seen a lot of people say, yeah, they thought Canelo won, but no way did he win 11 rounds out of 12, because one of the judges had Canelo winning 11 rounds out of 12. He only gave Cotto 1 round. To me, that stinks. There is no way you could have scored that fight and only given Miguel Cotto 1 round. So why did the judge only give that particular judge only give Cotto 1 round? Some people are talking about the fact that before the fight, Miguel Cotto refused to pay his sanctioning fee, and it was, I believe, more than $1 million, which is why the WBC stripped him. Was that scorecard revenge for him not paying that sanctioning fee? Because as a direct result of Miguel Cotto not paying that money, certain people's wallets within the WBC, or certain judges or whoever who works for the WBC, their wallets are going to be lighter than they expected, quite a bit lighter. So was that scorecard revenge for that? That's a question I'm going to leave to you. That's not a rhetorical question. You can answer that in the comment section below. And as for the other judges, I still felt they had it a bit wide. Again, as I've just already stated, judging by the comment section on my post-fight video, the majority of people seem to agree with me that the scorecards were too wide. And again, I had this fight for Canelo. I had Canelo winning. Let's make that clear. I picked Canelo to win this fight. So it's not me here defending the fact that I picked the wrong guy. No, I picked the right guy. I picked Canelo, and he delivered, and I thought he deserved the victory, but I thought it was by a slim margin. Had Miguel Cotto won the fight and proved me wrong and proved my pick wrong, I wouldn't have complained. If he'd won it by 1 or 2 rounds, I would not have complained. So those are my feelings on this scoring. And if you, like me, believe that this scoring was off, why do you think that was? What are your explanations or your theories as to why the scoring was so badly off as I believe it was, and those of you who agree with me? And if you think the scoring was bang on, if you think that Miguel Cotto only won 1 round in the whole fight, first of all, I'd like to ask you, do you wear glasses? And if you don't, I think you need to get some. Look, Canelo Alvarez, his body language throughout the fight was very positive, very confident. But it was the same in the Austin Trout fight. The Austin Trout fight is a fight I felt Canelo lost. Okay, I felt he won the Lara fight, but I felt he lost the Trout fight. But yet in the Trout fight, his body language was very confident throughout. Body language don't win you rounds. Body language don't win you a fight. The only thing that wins you a fight is punches landed. That's it. Forget about how confident your body language is. If you're not landing enough punches, effective shots, then you're not going to win the round. Canelo was doing a lot of posture in a lot of the rounds, and I felt that Miguel Cotto was able to outscore him, outmaneuver him, and outscore him, land more clean, effective shots in a lot of the rounds. And again, just to reiterate, because people get this stuff so badly twisted, I thought Canelo won. I scored the fight for Canelo. But I just gave Miguel Cotto a lot more rounds than the judges did. That's all. Yeah? So him not paying his sanctioning fee, that might have played into it. Also the fact that Canelo is the new guard. It's almost a changing of the guard, this situation. Miguel Cotto's coming towards the end of his career. Is he really as marketable for HBO at this point in time as Canelo, a new young star? You know, that's just the question I'll let you guys answer. So is this a political decision, the way it was scored? Was it fair? Was it unfair? Chop it up in the comment section and let me know how you feel. Apparently, well, first of all, there was an interview with Juan Manuel Marquez. I can't remember which YouTube channel it is, but just have a search on YouTube for Marquez Canelo. And he does an interview post-fight where he says he thought that the Canelo-Cotto fight was a draw. To be 100% fair, Marquez has never been Canelo's biggest fan, to say the least. See, I'm 100% fair. I'm going to keep it real. Marquez has never been a big fan of Canelo. But in this instance, I can see where he's coming from. He said he thought the fight was a draw. Apparently, the CompuBox numbers have showed that Canelo landed more punches. Again, CompuBox is a rough guide, a very rough guide, to be honest with you. And fights are not scored by CompuBox anyway. And there's a reason why they're not scored on CompuBox. Like, let's say I outland you 10-1 for 4 rounds, yeah? And then for the other 6 rounds, you outland me 2-1. You could still win the fight even though I've landed more punches. So that's why CompuBox is not used to score fights, because fights are scored on a round by round basis, not on who landed the most amount of punches total. So it is a rough guide and it gives you a rough idea, but at the end of the day, it is just 3 men sitting at ringside pressing buttons. That's what it is. It's not like a digital breakdown, a scientific breakdown of who actually landed the shots. It's much more accurate to go back and look at the fight footage itself and count the punches. And many people have done that for many fights. Actually go back and watch the fight itself and then count them, especially if you've got a HD quality version of the fight. You can go count the punches. So yeah, apparently the CompuBox had Canelo landing more. I don't know about that. I don't know whether he landed more or not. I think the punch count between the two of them was similar. Cotto was a lot more active early on in the fight, but I think Canelo was more active the longer it went on. So I don't know about that, but still, on a round by round basis, I definitely gave Miguel Cotto a hell of a lot more rounds than the judges did, even though I felt Canelo did enough to win the fight. So sorry for longing out this video. Been digressing a little bit here, but I just want to air this out, get this debate out there. What do you feel about the scoring? Why was it scored that way? And if you, as I say, agree with that one particular scorecard, which gave Miguel Cotto only 1 round in the fight, I mean, how do you explain that? And if you are one of these people who felt like Canelo won the fight by a decent amount, but you don't agree that Cotto only won a round, then how do you explain that scorecard, which only gave Miguel Cotto a round? Remember, Canelo Alvarez has had the rubber to green when it comes to judging a lot of times in his career. The Lara scoring was controversial. The Trout scoring was controversial. Even in the Mayweather fight, one of the judges had Canelo winning, or was it a draw? I think, yeah, one of the judges had Canelo drawing the fight with Mayweather. How in the world could you possibly see Canelo drawing with Floyd Mayweather in that fight? That's beyond me. So this is a pattern now in Canelo fights where the judges have, extreme favoritism towards him. This is not the first time, and it probably won't be the last. So I just have to fit that in there before I end this video. All right? It's your boy Hatman. I'm out.